Okay, so page 19, and we're continuing on with sampling techniques, and we're going to introduce the simple random sample. So the simple random sample is kind of the gold standards, okay? And anytime someone say do a randomized design or a simple random sample, the first thing I think is put everybody's name in a hat and mix and draw. And if I do that, I have a simple random sample. So if I wanted to do a simple random sample at Reagan, I'd put the names of all the students in a hat, I'd mix thoroughly, and I'd draw, okay? And then I'd have a simple random sample. I need to say, and if I want two groups, I need to say, hey, half will go to one side, or explain how I'm going to do that allocation, but we'll talk about that later in experiments. So, but you're like, well, not everything has a name, and that's true. Like if I had 1,000 jars on the shelf and I wanted to, and they had different chemicals or whatever in them, or foods, and I wanted to do a simple random sample of those jars, I would number those jars from 1 to 1,000. Then I put 1,000 slips of paper into a hat, numbered 1 to 1,000, and I can mix them and draw them. Now I can use random number generators, etc., but I'm just telling you, it's a lot easier to put the names in a hat and mix, or assign numbers and put those numbers in a hat and mix. I need to, when I do this, I need to address whether or not duplicate values are allowed. And most of the time we don't want duplicate values, in which case we say duplicates are not allowed. And the reason we need to address duplicates is because if I'm doing a survey of 3,400 Reagan students, do I want to survey the same person twice? And the answer is no, so I don't put their name back in the hat to eliminate that. So I need to make sure I address that. There's a couple things about the simple random sample. There's only one simple random sample, all right? So there's only one simple random sample. So in a simple random sample, all subjects have an equal chance of being selected. Believe it or not, that's true of any sample involving randomization or any of the samples we're going to talk about. In a simple random sample, all subjects have an equal chance of being selected. But what makes this different is every possible combination of subjects has an equal chance of being selected. And you're like, I don't understand. Well, it's equally possible that when I draw the names, draw Bobby, John, and Jean's names, as it is that I would draw Juan, Victoria's, and Ron's name. So all of it is, the samples are equally likely to happen. Not only am I equally likely to draw each individual, but I'm equally likely to have the same combination. Every combination is equally likely. That is only true of the simple random sample. There's only one simple random sample, and there's no such thing as special cases of a simple random sample. There's just a simple random sample, and that is it. All right? And once again, that is the basis of all sampling techniques, is the simple random sample, where everyone's name or the numbers are signed to everyone, and all of them are placed in a hat and mix. This is the most basic type of sample, and it's very, very good. It does not produce bias at all.